Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and Obuy has a titanium storage capsule or pill case that they are offering now, and I got a hold of one and thought, you know what, I'm going to go for the smallest survival kit I've ever made. Now this does hold pills. What I've got is some ibuprofen in there, so you can see you could easily put that in. If you have aspirin that are larger tablets, they might not, but beautiful machining, you know, fairly watertight, I assume, with the O-ring. It's not super light because it's a a solidly built dense metal tube. Lots of threads, silky smooth. So I decided I would make the smallest survival kit I've ever made. And in order to do that and then test it, and I did test it out at the end of the video, you can go see. I took it outside and I kind of set up a couple of parameters. I'll get to that just before I launch into that. But anyway, I thought I would see what I could fit in here. Obviously, I can't fit a lot in here. This is Kevlar cord, not a lot, maybe enough to fix a shoelace. I've got a little bit of a tinder. This is one of my favorites. These tinder tabs, you can kind of turn them into a little bird's nest by just pulling them apart. And then hopefully be able to use that to start a fire. Thought I'd use a couple of matches. I can't fit a lighter in here. And a knife, of course. So here is my knife, and I've already cut that. And all I did was just drop things in here, to see how tall they are, and then cut them off. So the knife's in there. When I first did it, I realized I couldn't get the stuff out very easily. So what I'm going to do is start out by pushing some of this down in there, the Kevlar cord, and then piling the stuff on top, and then all I have to do is pull the cord out. So as long as I can keep this thing down in there, getting caught on stuff, I'll just wad a bunch in there and stick it down like that. So now what? Well, I can drop in my knife. I'll do that in a sec, but I wanted some matches. So what I'm going to do is take this match, drop it down in there, and get a rough idea as to where I need to cut it, and then use my cutters here to snip it off and see if that's going to work. Yep, that'll work just fine. Might as well make both same size there. Cut both of those off at the same level. Oops. Line those up here. Snip them off. So I've got that. Put this in again. And what I'm going to do is go outside and try this. Now I've set up a couple of parameters. So there's my two matches. There's my saw, or my knife blade, which is just a scalpel blade cut down. Drop that thing down in there. But these aren't strike anywhere matches, and oftentimes, if you're in the snow, there's nothing to strike it on. So I've got to have a piece of the striking material. So I'm actually going to measure that out as well to about right there, and then snip that off. Nice. And drop that in. There we go. And now I'm going to just spin this up. And oops, that's the flashlight, so you can see they're very similar. And there I go, got it sealed up. So I'm going to go out and try my mini kit here. This is one of the Olight flashlights, so they're taking nods from each other, but this is a little bit bigger. Also, they have a titanium connector for your keys. This has a magnet, so you can use it with or without the attachment. It's pretty strong, but then also if you push it in and cinch this part, you can really lock it down, so allows you to have it securely on there. But let's go outside. I'm not going to narrate anything. I'm just going to show you what I tried to do. My rule was I'm using my phone to film it, and so what I'm going to do is just start out by trying it with nothing but my left hand. So imagine I have an injury, I need to start a fire, and all I've got is this, and all I've got is a functioning left hand. Spoiler alert, though, I was unable to do it with just my left hand. I had to actually use two hands. at the end. Oh, I forgot the fire tinder. That needs to go in there as well. Wedge that down along the edge, whichever edge it was in, right there. Try this again. Oops, need to spin that up. There we go. So there it is. It's all locked up tight. Let's go outside and see what happens. It's kind of long, so you can scrub ahead if you want. But anyway, I'll say it now. With that, dock out.